am really proud to be a member, active part of the Leitchfield Women's Club. And I can remember growing up and hearing about the White Glove Leitchfield Women's Club, you know, and at one time this club was the White Glove Club of Leitchfield. Had all the elite citizens of Leitchfield. And now we may not have the white glove effect, but we still are hard workers and we get a lot done. What I want to do tonight, because a lot of you probably don't even know some of the things in the past that the Leitchfield Women's Club has done. So what I want to do is just kind of highlight from the beginning up to now, based on some old history, copies of histories that I got and compiled a more or less a current history. The Leitchfield Women's Club was organized in 1928, and it had 69 charter members. Then it joined the Kentucky Federation of Women's Club in 1932. Now, the Kentucky Federation of Women's Club is a state organization that our club joins as well as other clubs. And the state's divided up into several districts, and there's several clubs in each district. And then in 1962, there was 214 members. And then in 1974, there was 102 members. Right now, our head count is not that big. We have a little less than 40 members, but we have 40 good quality members. Sometimes quantity is not always as good as quality. Now, this is some of the things that they did in the early years of the Women's Club, and the only way I know this is because of the history that I found in some of these file folders. They sponsored the free milk for school children even before the public school program started. They put up 4 electric lights on the square, and they assisted the health department in 1955 with the chest x-ray exam clinic, and 1,674 people registered for the annual exam. So at that time, that was a bunch of people coming to Walston too. They volunteered taking up tickets at the county fair for several years. They also donated $1,000. Now this is going to pick some of your memory. Probably half of you don't even remember the old hospital, the Grayson County War Memorial Hospital. Well, when it was built, the Women's Club donated $1,000 for decorating the lobby. Of course, now we have a bigger hospital, much better. But at that time in 1950, I think was when it was built. I mean, it was wonderful. It was the first thing that we had in the form of a hospital. The public library that started in 1934, 3,000 books were donated by club members or the public, and I'm sure that they went out and begged and borrowed for books for it. And then, of course, some of them were purchased. Now, in World War II, some of the members had the opportunity of folding surgical dressings, and doing Red Cross sewing. And in the USO programs of Elizabethtown, sold $85,000 in USSE bonds. And they purchased a bomber that was to be named for Grayson County. So the reason I'm telling you all this, because the club has been so instrumental in so many things, even going back that far. So when they got organized, they hit the ground running big time. Then they raised $1,100, and of course $1,100 in 1953 was a chunk of change. And they constructed 2 asphalt tennis courts on the public school grounds. And it doesn't say where, but somewhere. And they were the first club's project was financial aid to handicapped school students who had made 5 contributions in World War II. And for over 25 years, they entertained the graduating class with a tea every May. And I remember going to that tea when I was going to Clarkson. And of course, then the guys had to wear a tie, you know, and look presentable, and all the girls that had their fancy going to meeting dress on, you know, and everything. It was a big occasion, it really was. And we all looked forward to it when we were approaching the senior year. They supplied, and they were in charge of the Labor Day Parade for several years, and they sponsored the first several sidewalk days. And probably none of us are mature enough to remember that, not even me. But anyway, and for many years they sponsored a Christmas tree for indigenous children. Now, in 1958, they purchased the first clubhouse, which is now houses Jerry Slosher, realtor, down on the corner of West Main. And it sold for $15,000, and the writer of these, this history note says the club's nest egg of $8,500 was what they first paid on it. But then they spent $1,500 for cabinets and chairs and different renovation. And then in 1969, they established a nursing scholarship in honor of one of the club's past presidents, Mrs. Boyd Sis. And I don't know if you remember the Sis. They had the drugstore where Gazette is now, houses the Gazette. And Mrs. Sis was a member of the club and very active. Her daughter is now Mickey Sis. She's also a member of the club and very active. And that scholarship continues this year and has continued since 1969. We give $1,000. And some of our recipients that y'all may be aware of, Mona Fulkerson and Todd Bullock, he went on and got his nurse practitioner. Wanda White, I'm sorry. And then Kristen Davis was our most recent recipient. You probably know her. So that's just a little bit, like I say, we have continued doing that. And then in 1971, they used their little nest egg again of $3,300. And they made their final payment on the clubhouse. And Mrs. Rudell Van Nord, some of you may remember her. Kelly's shaking his head. She was the club president then. Miss Van Nord was a teacher. I'm not sure what grade she taught, but
She taught French.
French, okay.
Taught in Breckinridge County, didn't she?
What's that?
I think she taught in Breckinridge County.
She was here.
Was she?
She had her down.
They also helped to organize and sponsor a club, Hardensburg Women's Club, and they planted shrubbery on the courthouse lawn. And they give special assistance in gaining names to secure Grayson County Library, and they donated books, like I told you a while ago. Now that brings us up through 1974. Maybe give or take some of the information. I'm just taking it from what we had. We're going to move a little bit forward to more current time. I became a member in 2005, and a lot of the stuff that I don't remember because it was before my time. Now, in 1981, we assisted in purchasing this house, and we contributed $25,000 to the purchase of this house so that we would have a meeting place. Then the renovations and various things that we did was $21,000 in addition, for a total of $46,644.08 that we had, with the purchase and what we have done since then on the house at the time of purchase. And that included putting in a stove, refrigerator, ice machine, wrought iron, railing, cabinets, electrical work, dining room table, and painting, mirror from Margaret Mormon's sale of $1,050. And I'm not sure, do you remember what, you know what that, which mirror that is?
It's in there.
It's the one in there, okay. New chairs in 1991, heating and air, I mean, it's just, the list just goes on and on. A new roof in 1998 of $2,000. So, you know, the Women's Club has been very supportive of purchasing and getting this house equipped for meetings. And of course, we do use it once a month or when we need to. Moving to kind of the more recent things that we've done, like I said, we became federated in 1932, and there's an advantage to being in the federation because you qualify for various contests. And so in the 6 signs that you see as you come into Leitchfield says, "Welcome to Leitchfield" sign, and has a pretty picture of the courthouse and everything. We partnered with 6 other nonprofit organizations here, and we erected those 6 signs coming into town. And then, again, as a result of the 2009 ice storm, we handed out 650 trees and served everybody that were recipients of the trees. We served them a meal of homemade soups and sandwiches and things of that nature. And that was trying to replenish some of the trees that were damaged from the ice storm. And in 2 years in a row, we sponsored 2 Broadway shows at the middle school for 4th graders. We brought Pinocchio and Jack and the Beanstalk. And going way, way back, and this wasn't in the history report that I got, well, one of my club members, she had told me that several years ago they brought the Nutcracker to Leitchfield. Now, I don't know what year that was, but they did bring that. But the last 2 years, we brought the 2 Broadway plays and for the 4th graders. And we bused in all the 4th graders out to the middle school. And it's a really neat program, and I really enjoyed it. And then the last, 3 different times, we have hosted a Meet the Candidates night prior to the May primary. And we serve soups and sandwiches, and we also support the backpack program in the community. And we hold numerous fundraisers to support other nonprofit organizations. We had a style show and we supported the Clear Choice Pregnancy Center. We had the first of its kind Indian Artifact Show last August, and we gave money to the Center for Women's Ministry. And that is the first center that's here in Kentucky first. So we're really fortunate to have that ministry. We sponsored 2 Tastes of the Holidays in support of the hometown Christmas, and for 4 years we have supported the hometown Christmas by putting up a display in the park like some of the bigger businesses do. Plus, when we had the bicentennial in 2009, I think it was, we decorated the court square. I don't know if y'all remember the old man and woman in the wagon, but that was some of our doing. And then we have some members that partner with the Women's Club of Elizabethtown and do the shop and share at the Kroger stores. And all the items that's collected from that goes to Spring Haven, which is a home for abused ladies. Each year at Easter, that our time then is to go to visit the nursing homes. We take bananas and pudding and just spend a little bit of quality time. Not a whole lot because there's a lot of residents at both places, but we get to go in, say hi, and share a little treat with them. And it's probably more of a treat for us than it is for them because they, there are a lot of community service programs that we do in the community just to help. We man the arts booth at the Grayson County Fair. We pin armbands on the families of veterans for the Memorial Day Parade. For the last 2 years, we've worked the Fiddling Festival, registering the artists. And we assisted with the art in the park. We served breakfast the last 2 years. Of course, we're really proud of that program because the proceeds go to a good cause. It goes to the Alliance, Community Alliance. We also gave a donation of $500 for the Best in Show prize both years. And then our most prized and annual fundraiser that we have is our poinsettia sale. And I want to thank everybody that buys poinsettias, because without your help, it wouldn't be successful. The proceeds from that goes to buy shoes for children that are less fortunate in their school system. And I forgot, Rita, Kelly's wife, usually takes care of buying it. And, you know, like 200 something, how many did she tell us the other day that we bought already this year?
I don't even know.
Like,
It's several.
There's several pair of shoes
Yeah, there's 3 or 4
that we
trips a week
buy
to
for the
schools.
children. And the way that we know the need, the resource centers will call her, and she goes and buys whatever size or whatever that they ask for. And that's, you know, to me, that's really a good ministry for our club. And each monthly meeting, we try to have some type of an educational speaker, you know, so that we're just not coming in and sitting down and going through the ritual of a meeting. We try and have a little educational program for everybody. Within our club, and like I say, we became federated in 1932. In our club, several of our members have gone to the state and been district or state officers. We've had governors, of which I'm a governor of 4th District too, right now. We've had governors, vice governors, membership chairman. Last year I was the state newsletter chairman. We've had editor of the Club Woman. That's a magazine that's published about 4 a year. And we've had Community Improvement Project chairman. And so in addition to us coming and doing all of our thing here, we're also involved on the state level too. So right now we are working on another community improvement project, and the most recent one was when we had the fundraisers and we helped the Center for Women's Ministry. There was 7 different areas that we pinpointed to do something and to help, you know, sponsor. And we won first place this year on our community improvement project. When we put the signs up, we got 2nd place, and when we did the trees, we got 2nd place on our community improvement project. And by being, like I said earlier, by being in a federated club, there's a lot of opportunities for our ladies to win contests, either with their handiwork and crafts or photography or something like that. So it is an advantage to be a federated club. We are getting ready to start another community improvement project, and we're going to be partnering with the DAR and trying to get a book in the hand of every student, because that's our future. These students are our future club members or whatever, you know. And so that they are very important to us, and we want to, whatever we can do to help those children, that's what we want to do. So yes, it is a community improvement project, and yes, we hope we win first place. But the main thing is that we're helping children. We're getting books in the hands of children. So that's all I have.
Had a fundraiser. You guys do well.